Welcome to another edition of Beyond Game Day. But this time around, it's not Tabiso and myself having a go at each other, but we're talking more motorsport, but more than just motorsport. We're talking to Lufefelwenkosi Mayekiso, the founder of Motoar TV. We just get to know him, the person, and how he got into Formula One or interested in motorsport. Now that he's one of the leading voices in Formula One and motorsport just in general in South Africa. And dare I say this, globally as well. And is one of our own. So we need to celebrate those people. Lufefe, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Vata. Thank you for having me. Such an honor to be here with you, a living legend.
No. You're the legend. You're the legend.
Thank you.
Yeah, Lufefe, I think just before we even start talking about you and motorsport and how you got into it, let's just talk about the first few races of the season. What is going on?
Some are calling it yo-yo racing, but me, I'm enjoying every minute. I mean, it feels like go-karting.
I mean, now we've seen Mercedes. They are just absolutely dominant. Kimi Antonelli, youngest driver to ever lead a Formula One championship. I know it's still early days, but I enjoyed Toto Wolff's message to him when he won his first Grand Prix, where he said, They said he's too young. They said he makes too many mistakes.
Look at him now.
Yes. Just on Kimi Antonelli, I mean, it seems as if Toto made the right decision when he brought him on to replace Lewis Hamilton.
Look, I have been super impressed with his performance. I mean, even last season, those who said he makes mistakes, they were not wrong. But when he's not making a mistake, he's super quick. And obviously, as a rookie, you are allowed to make those mistakes. And it's not often that in your first year in F1, you get into a team like Mercedes, because that's one of the leading teams. And I think the fourth most successful in F1 history. So it was huge pressure coming in for a 7-time world champion alongside George Russell. But he's shown that he's up to the challenge.
It sort of reminds me of young Lewis Hamilton.
Fact.
Who almost won a world championship in his rookie season.
Yes.
Would you make the comparison as well? Lewis came into a big team, to McLaren then. Do you think, there's a lot of similarities between Antonelli's the start of his Formula One career to that of Lewis Hamilton?
As much as we may not want to admit it, let's also consider that Lewis was 22 when he came into Formula One in 2007. So Antonelli's only 19.
Yeah.
I mean, for him to win 2 of the first 3 races in his second year in F1 in that team, which is under huge scrutiny, we have to draw the comparisons.
Yeah.
Even if we may not like it. I don't think that in his first year, he was as good as Lewis was. Because in 2007, Lewis was fighting for the championship and only lost it at the Chinese Grand Prix. And that wasn't even really his fault, because the team kept him out for too long in changing conditions. And by the time he went into pit, he made a mistake because he had no grip left, and then got his car stuck in the gravel. And that's how he ended up not winning that championship. So I would say Lewis is a little cut above the rest, including him, but he's definitely right up there.
Yeah. I think what's been interesting, obviously, the new regulations. I think there's still a lot of fascinations with the power units and especially the battery, and how, these drivers are not driving cars anymore. They're almost like playing TV games. They've got to become scientists and all sorts of things. And it seems to be working for Mercedes. Do you think a lot of the driving has been taken out of Formula One now with all these regulations and what the drivers have to do?
You know what Max Verstappen said? He says, It feels like I've switched my race simulator for a Nintendo Switch. Which I thought was pretty funny. Look, F1 has been moving towards the net zero carbon ambition, which they're targeting by the year 2030.
Yeah.
And that's environmentally motivated to save the world because obviously, as much as we love petrol, it's got harming effect on the ozone layer and global warming. So this is not a surprise that they're taking this direction. And I feel as though change takes time.
Yeah.
They will become more accustomed as time goes by, 2-3 seasons, that this is how you have to drive the car. Because the truth of the matter, before there were automatic transmissions, they were manual transmissions. And then the transition to automatic was like, okay, this car changes itself. Am I really driving it? But that's not an issue now. In fact, automatic transmissions are preference.
Yeah. You speak about how Formula One has changed. I think when you were growing up in Mthatha, we used to watch the likes of Barbara Prost and Senna.
Yes.
They were changing gears and Nigel Mansell.
There you go.
But that was like the V10.
12 even.
Well, V12,
those days,
I mean, the sound of those cars was fantastic.
Incredible.
Is there something that can be taken out of what Max said? Possible retirement? Would he retire from Formula One at the end of the season?
Look, Max Verstappen has always been one of the most opinionated drivers, saying exactly how he feels about anything and everything. And he has, even before this season, hinted that he wouldn't stay in F1 until he's in his late 30s, 40s, because there's other things that he wants to do with his life. And we've seen that he's also participated in other racing outside of Formula One.
Wasn't he racing a Merc?
He was. He was in the 24 hour, but a Red Bull Merc. So, look, I wouldn't be surprised if he was to walk away. I would be disappointed, though, because, I think the true mark of a champion is how they face adversity. So it's easy to seem like you're in control and in charge when things are going your way. But when your back's against the wall, that's the true test of your character. So he's going through that phase for the first time since he started winning. Because obviously before he started winning, he was a youngster up and coming. So he was able then to wait. So now let's see if he's got the resolve to say, okay, I'll have 1, 2, 3 difficult seasons. But in the end, I believe that Red Bull Powertrains and the project that we're working on with Ford is going to be successful. And I'm going to see it through as team leader.
I just feel as if there's just some sour grapes there that because they're not winning anymore.
Yes, of course, definitely. It has a lot to do with
I've
that.
never liked Max.
If he was leading,
I
don't think
you'd not
he'd
be saying
be
the same
speaking
thing.
this way.
And I've never liked him. And I think the way he won his first world championship was, it hurt the sport.
Big time.
It hurt the sport. Abu Dhabi, I think no one will ever forget what happened in Abu Dhabi. Because it robbed Lewis of an eighth world title, and him getting his maiden title and the way in which he got it was just sickening for me. Will the sport miss him if he does retire at the end of it?
I've heard a lot of people saying that Formula One will not be the same without him. But the truth of the matter, if you look at the rising star power of Kimi Antonelli, I think he can steal the headlines if he was to win the world championship at age 20, because he turns 20 on the 25th of August, which is before the end of the season. I think that would be proper headline news.
Yeah.
Piastri, as you say, for me, doesn't make sense how he had that dip in form from Azerbaijan to Brazil last season with a comfortable championship lead. And for me, Piastri has got probably the coolest head on the grid.
Mm-hmm.
So the mental fortitude is there, the natural speed is there. So a comeback from him this season where maybe he would beat his teammate by 30, 40, 50 points.
Yeah.
Because unlike last season where they had the buffer where they could control the narrative, so to speak.
Yeah.
And get the driver they see as their number one to be the one winning. Now, when you're chasing, obviously there's a Merc here, there's a Ferrari here.
Yeah.
You're not going to have the comfort to be able to say, we'll make the decision to say we're backing one driver over the other. So I think this year is going to be very telling for the reigning world champion.
I'm not going to miss Max. I hope he does leave. I'm not going to miss him. I know Lewis won't miss him, and I know George Russell definitely is not going to miss him as well. I think Lando won't miss him.
They used to be besties.
Oh my goodness. The list just goes on and on. I think he is one of the most disliked drivers in F1 history. I don't think
he's fans though.
No, he's good. The Orange Army. The Orange Army won't hear a word.
Yes,
you know.
And listen,
he's a talented driver.
True. No, he's
take nothing away from him.
Yes.
The boy can drive
big time.
And he's got the right temperament for a Formula One driver. You've got to be arrogant. You've got to want to win at all costs.
Yes.
And I think he learned a good lesson in Silverstone a few years ago when Lewis put him in the barriers there.
Silverstone.
Yeah,
yes, 2021.
And you can't keep on driving like this. You can't.
But he didn't change.
So he didn't change, but I mean, a lesson was taught to him, and I think he learned from that.
I mean, he was blaming Lewis, and if you look at that incident, he's the one who was closing the gap into Lewis, because Lewis was on the inside lane, coming into turn 1, I think Cops, and then he went into Lewis, and then he's the one who got the DNF.
He's been doing this
to everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And everyone has been, sort of allowing him, giving him space, giving him room.
Because it's Max.
Eventually, Lewis just said, no, I'll stand my ground and,
get my elbows out. Yes. And I like to see that, I mean, obviously, you don't want to see any driver kind of injured.
Yeah.
But
he got winded, man.
I was very,
you got winded.
I was very happy to see Lewis because during that season, if you remember San Marino, he drove Lewis off the road.
Yes.
And even later in the season, Brazil, Abu Dhabi.
And he was deliberate in Brazil. You could see.
Definitely.
I mean.
Definitely, because he had that thing that I've got the championship lead. Now, when Max has the lead, if we crash, he still retains the advantage and there's one less race.
Exactly.
And that's his mentality.
And look what he did in Saudi Arabia.
Exactly. Even, yes, he brake tested him.
So, I'm not going to miss him.
No, I want him to stay so that...
He learns how to suffer.
Exactly.
Watch other people win.
There you go. Because there's a narrative with Max that has been going on for the last 3-4 years.
Yeah.
Which I totally disagree with. That he is the best driver in the history of F1, etc. And for me, that narrative has been driven to try and diminish the achievements of Hamilton directly.
Yeah.
So he's being used as a guinea pig to try and erase what Lewis Hamilton has achieved in the sport without any favors. Yeah, and for me, that's disgusting, quite frankly.
One is Michael Massa.
Where is he now? Yeah, mate.
I don't think he'll come back.
I think it's racing.
That's
call the motor race. That guy.
Yeah, while we're talking about racing, Lufefe, let's just talk about you, man. Disclaimer, I've known you for a very, very long time. We grew up in the same town, same suburb. We were street away from each other.
Really?
Our homes, yeah. So, I've known you for a long time, but obviously, young man from Mthatha, born and bred in Mthatha. How did you get into motorsport? Where did the love for motorsport come from? I mean, in Mthatha, there was no, besides the guys racing at the bypass and...
Which we called what?
Kailam.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think motorsport has always been embedded in us. I mean, why were we calling? Just to give them context.
Yeah.
The bypass is the road that connects the N2 and the R61.
The one. Yeah.
Right? Mthatha. So the bypass goes across there and everyone used to be like, okay, no, I can beat you. No, I can beat you.
Yeah.
And we called it Kailami. So Kailami is like a noun.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? So I think motorsport was never far from us. It's just that it almost seemed unattainable. So I was fortunate enough. I think you know Alan Pierce. Maybe you know his sister Tracy.
Yes.
So Tracy's brother.
Yeah.
He's the one who introduced me to Formula One when I was 9 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So he used to have posters. Remember, there was Car Magazine.
Yes.
And U Magazine. He had posters on his wall of Prost, Senna. I'm like, who's these guys? I actually used to think Prost and Senna were brothers because they had the afro. One was curly and the other one was obviously straight. And they were both McLaren drivers, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, who are these guys? And he kept telling me the stories. And I was really fascinated. And he had a VHS. So he had some races from like 88 season, etc. And we'd start watching and watching. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. So that's how generally I got into it. Then I started watching it on my own. Used to play on TV1, Top Sport.
Yeah, Top Sport on SABC.
On those days.
It was Graham Duxbury, I think.
There we go, Graham Duxbury.
And Hendrik Vervoet.
Yes. And then later, Sasha Martinengo.
Yeah.
So
those were nice days. I mean, Sunday was just
race
Formula
day.
1, race day. And
exactly.
I remember
church.
After church, obviously. Back in the days in the Transkei, all of us had to go to church.
Yes, the good old days. So that's how I got into F1 and I really took a liking to it. And I've been watching it ever since. I mean, I'd say over the last 30 years, I've watched 80% of the races.
Your dad had that red Merc. Was it 200?
We used to call it Charlie 230E.
230E.
The W123 series.
Did you take that to Kalam? Have you taken it to Kalam?
You're going to get me killed. I did take it to Kalam and I was probably like 13, 14 years old. I couldn't even see over the steering.
And there was a thing about growing up in Mthatha. We were driving from the age of 12.
Literally.
And I don't understand how we never got arrested, man. We never got our parents into trouble. But we were driving from the age of 12, 13. People were driving already.
Yeah.
So you took So you took that car to Kalam.
I did.
Did you win?
Yeah, I mean, I've hardly lost a street race. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. But I've hardly lost. Maybe once or twice. Generally. I would say I'm a half decent driver.
And we were privileged because, I mean, I went to school with Chops at Vela.
Yes.
Even
me, I was there, but I was behind you guys. Yes.
And Chops went on to become a champion. A racing champion in South Africa.
SA champ.
And he's now a legend in motorsport.
Fully.
Do you have any relationship with Chops? And I mean, back then he was driving and we were like 10 years old. He would drive to Kumbu.
Yes. Because they lived Kumbu, but went to school in Mthatha.
And they're the Honda Ballard.
Yes.
A blue one.
Yes, I remember it.
And Macho Bonke used to like tell us how he went down to the Tina Bridge, came back up, he was doing 180. Yeah. You know, when you met Chops then, did you ever think that the car would end up?
So I didn't really know him. I think I arrived at Vela 92. So I was in standard 2. And,
we were standard 5.
And he was a standard 5.
Yeah.
I remember we were still wearing safari suits. Yeah. You guys were wearing grey.
And the grey,
Yes. So I remember he had an S-Kellen catch.
Yeah.
And he used to always carry lots of coins. So I got quite a good memory, you know. And I remember him from them because he stuck out, you know. There was just something special about him. So in the early 2000s, when I heard he's racing Polo Cup and all of that, it was quite inspiring. And he had that 318 Motorsport, that lime green one in those days. So, funny story. When I got into motorsports coverage, Motozar, F1 vlogging, I followed him the whole season in 2019 around the country. I went to his race in Red Star, Aldo Scribanti, Prince George in East London, and Zwartkops. I think they had 6 or 7 races. He was racing for Terry Moss those days, alongside his son Simon in the Audis. And I was following him literally around the country.
Wow.
Yes. So.
Yeah, you guys came full circle.
He's a bit of a hero to me.
Yeah, no, listen. I've enjoyed my interactions with him.
Same.
He's a wonderful human being.
Yes.
Yeah, man. And he's a legendary race driver.
Yes. Disciplined.
Yeah. And then, Tugu. There's Kwanda Mkwena.
Yes.
Again, his father comes from Mthatha, Kwame.
Yes.
You know? So there must be something in that Transkei water that's, you know. And then we've got Uxoli Letlaka, you know, into Africa.
Yes.
They're doing well.
They are. Even globally.
Yeah, globally, they race internationally as well. Are you surprised that, maybe not surprised, but it's a bit strange that there are so many people that come from where you grew up that are involved in motorsport and actually, changing the sport, if I may say.
Facts. I mean, if you look at the Southern Africa Endurance Series, it's the first black-owned series in the history of motorsport in South Africa. So, is it a surprise that it comes from Mthatha? Not really. In Mthatha we get
will tell you
facts, but he grew up in Ngambedla.
Yeah.
Oksala.
Even me. He's Mthatha through and through.
Even me, I'm from Etujo, but I grew up in Mthatha.
Yeah.
So, other people from different parts of the old Transkei, Ciskei, they have this feeling that as people from Mthatha, we are elitist. We think we're all that. And I think it's that mentality that is embedded in basically all of us, that you are excellent. You are the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
Right? That has taken us and propelled us in different ways, in different career paths. I mean, look at you. You've been killing it for over 2 decades now. I mean, when we'd see Nick Mallett's Springboks, all of that, we would hear from that through you. So there's just something in the air, Mthatha, that makes us put in just that extra bit. And so it's no surprise for me that so many people who come from there are doing so well.
Even Black Coffee Man, so Mthatha.
There you go. I remember the first time I met him.
There
you go.
We can go on, eh?
Yeah.
Judge Maya, Judge Matlanga, they started in Mthatha.
There you go. Zikhona Sodlaka. Dumisa Ntsebeza.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness, we can go
on.
The
list is endless.
Yeah. And then, Lufefe, so you...
John Shop.
Yeah.
So many.
They're students of Unitra.
There you go.
So how did you, again, how do you start Motorzar? What was the thought process behind it? It was a big plunge, eh?
Massive.
Yeah.
So, funny story. I'm actually a quantity surveyor by trade. So I worked in that industry for about 15 years. Then one day, I'm at Clayville at a Chisanyama with my former varsity roommate, Uzuko Mandash. And we're sitting there. He's a Manchester United fan. And I'm an Arsenal fan. So he's like, Manchester United fans, they don't really watch anymore. I know you're a Scouser.
Yeah.
They didn't have what you guys have, where you were able to watch Liverpool consistently for so many years without winning a league, a Champions League, etc. Other than 205. Right?
Don't go there. I'll bring Tabiso Sitole.
Okay.
Who does he support? He's a Guna.
Oh, I'm a Guna.
Yeah, 21 years. 21 years.
Yeah, we are waiting.
The whole adult.
And I don't think we're going to win it this year. As things stand. But anyway, so he stopped watching the game. So this was the season they signed Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So I'm like, yeah, man, but you guys just signed Zlatan. Don't give up on Man U. They're coming back. It's like Zlatan's old, and I start singing Zlatan's stats. He won 12 leagues in 13 years in 4 different countries. He got 3 golden boots. And he's like, huh? And he's like, bruv, what's the midterm financial plan for WBHO? Which is one of the top 5 construction companies at the time, even now. And I'm like, I don't know. It's like Group 5? I don't know. It's like you're doing the wrong thing, bud. I think you should be doing something in sport. Yeah. So I went home to my then partner. Like, hey, Uzuko said something that is sticking with me in my mind. He says I should do something in sport. And then she's like, why don't you start your own YouTube channel? Like, okay, what do I know about YouTube? So I'm interested. I'm into a whole lot of sports, tennis, cricket, rugby, football.
Anything
with a ball and wheels, and obviously Formula 1. So the decision to choose the sport that I would talk about on my channel, I actually consulted a medium, a lady by the name of Jackie Pritchard. She's based in Cape Town, does telephonic consultations. And like, Jackie, I'm in the crossroads in my life. I don't seem to be enjoying this construction thing, and it's not working really for me. I'd love to do something in sport, and this is the direction I'm thinking. Then she's like, I mean, you young African, it's very unique. Why don't you do motorsport, Formula One, if you're sure you know about it? And then that's how Motorzar was born.
Goodness. I remember a few of our conversations where you, because you were always into sport. You chat to you and I quite often about sport, and then you told me about this. Yeah, but you told me about obviously your love for motorsport and so on. And obviously we put you on ENCA, and we use you're one of our analysts.
Yes.
When it comes to motorsport. So
and that started Papachinos.
Yeah. So you start the YouTube channel, right?
I started with a meme, actually.
With the meme?
With a meme, yes.
My goodness.
I mean, the channel, my first video was probably like a year and a half later. I was nervous AF. I mean, I didn't know what I was doing. Yes, I'm generally a confident person, but I was not media trained. So I used to be like, Lewis Hamilton. It was wild.
But it's grown. I mean, you've got watch parties now, and I remember I've been to a few of your watch parties, and just the growth of not just Formula One anymore, interested in the interest.
Yes. But
just the growth of motorsport, especially amongst black people in South Africa.
Yes.
Is incredible.
Massive. Not just in South Africa, worldwide. And 40% of the fans now are women.
Wow.
So F1 might be the biggest sport based on the trajectory it's going within the next 4 or 5 years in terms of viewership.
Yeah. And have you seen Motorzar grow as much as sort of the sport is growing? Not globally, but I'm saying as the sport is growing, are you seeing the same sort of growth?
Yes, definitely. I mean, at first, you even, here at ENC, they were like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And what does he know? Because a lot of people, when they see me, they're like, does this guy really know F1? Tell me your F1 knowledge. Is it retro? Is it modern day? Like, ask me anything. Because I know, like, information. I store it, of something I'm interested in. I'll probably never forget it.
Yeah.
So now you've got a number of brands we're in talks with who are interested in working with us, that we're collaborating with. We've been truly blessed, especially over the last 14, 15 months, where the hard work is starting to pay off.
Any plans of covering a Formula One race?
Oh, definitely.
This year.
Well, you know what?
Am I pushing it?
No, you're not pushing it. I mean, I think it's quite long overdue.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a Formula One race yet, live.
Oh.
I swear. I mean, all of this is just based on TV, YouTube. I swear, bruv.
I gifted myself the best gift for my 40th.
I remember you guys went to Sao Paulo.
I went to Sao Paulo.
Lagos.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw the content.
My
eyes were green with jealousy, bro.
You've got to, Lufefe. You've got to. It's got to be on your list for this year.
Oh, definitely. As a matter of priority.
Yeah, and we, I'm glad our producer is here. Mr. Vanya. And he's talking to some people,
Okay.
Yeah, especially with the bevs.
Okay.
So hopefully, they can take us. They can sponsor the show and then take us, and we'll take you along.
Oh,
we'll take. Yeah, so
you guys won't regret it. That's all I'm gonna say.
And then I mean, also at the same time, Lufefe, were you at Sorkop the other day watching motorbikes?
Oh, this last weekend I couldn't.
How can we not miss out on Spio Tom?
Yeah, he is also.
He's a first black owner of a
racing team.
Of a racing motorcycle team.
Yes, 100%.
And his son also races.
Yes, and he's also the mentor to this kid who I believe is going to become a MotoGP champion. Ora.
Yeah, Ora.
Yes,
yeah, we've had Ora on the NCA, and and we were there actually at Kalami the day he won.
Exactly.
The championship last year.
Last December, yes.
And again, another one from the Transkei.
There you
It's
go.
pure Dom. So yeah, there's definitely something in the air there.
A pool of talent.
Yeah. Just the growth of motorsport. Outside of, obviously, we're all crazy about Formula One. Formula One comes to Africa and so on. That is something to admire what South Africa is doing when it comes to motorsport. We've got Justin Ford, Justin Ford in the GR Cup.
He came third in
his first
Killarney.
race.
That was amazing.
So there's something happening.
Racing.
The motorsport, I think, is in a very healthy state in South Africa.
It's definitely on the up. I mean, if you think about the time when LSM distributors bought Kyalami Grand Prix circuit on auction in 2013, it was a white elephant. Nothing was happening. And because of that, I mean, Kyalami is the temple of speed of South Africa. So it was symbolic that motorsport was dying in SA, with the Van der Lindes, the Mosses, etc. So it's good to see that since then, what was an ambitious and very expensive project, without knowing what the future holds, that LSM distributors made that call to acquire that facility, which is the Holy Grail, having hosted, I think, 21 F1 races between 1967 and 1993. So how that could just go to being like a bushveld, it was sad to see. I mean, me as a lifelong Formula One fan, when I drive past Kyalami, I used to hear about this place, but now I've never actually seen
South Africa's only Formula One champion,
Jody Scheckter.
He's another Eastern Cape.
Yes, he is.
You see?
Selbonian.
No, let's not talk about that.
I knew you wouldn't like
Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that
yes,
one.
He's from East London.
Yeah.
100%. So
So
the home of legends. That's what they call Eastern Cape.
The province of legends.
There you go.
But Lufefe, do you honestly think that we'll have a Formula One race in South Africa? In the next
Should I answer with my head or heart?
You always answer with your head.
Honestly, yes. It only makes sense that if it's a world championship, it's to be in every continent. And as things stand, no offense to your Rwandas, your Marrakeshes, your Egypts, South Africa is the country within the continent that's best positioned to host the F1, have the pedigree, have the facilities, have the appetite. I mean, if you look at how many F1 content creators there are in South Africa right now, there's a boom. I don't know about other countries, but I mean, with the internet, they would be popping up if there was really that many in other parts of the continent. So we've got a minister who's actively pushing it.
Yeah.
There's the situation with the war, the unfortunate one in the
now we've
Middle
missed out
East.
on 2 races.
Now we've missed out on 2 races. But for me, I think we are very sympathetic to the people losing lives and the countries being ruined. But the truth of the matter is there is an opportunity here for a new player to come into the fold. And I was happy to hear Mr. Mackenzie saying that he's going to have talks with the FOM group to hear what are the options, because we don't know when this war is going to end. There's still 3 races in Asia. Azerbaijan, I know it's under Europe, but geographically, I would say it's closer to Asia than Europe. Then there's Qatar, which is the penultimate, and the season finale in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
And those are the highly affected areas by this unfortunate incident. So definitely, I don't think F1 would want to cancel 4 races or 5 races in one season, because they'd lose a lot of money, credibility, even though it's not their fault. So if we're lucky, I mean, I think we're just about ready to even host.
Let's say it comes
6 December.
You speak about Kyalami being South Africa's temple of speed.
Yes. So,
but then there's apparently another bid from Cape Town.
Facts. So
where would you go?
Personally, here's my thing. Cape Town, it's beautiful. It's said one of the top 15 cities in the world.
Top 5.
Top 5. And we are proud to be part of that as South Africans. But the truth of the matter, and this is fact, not my emotion that I live in Joburg or anything. From an infrastructure perspective, Cape Town's not ready. The domestic boarding gate, they only have 2. I almost missed my flight.
Now you're hating on Cape Town.
No, but it's fact. If there's 2 gates, there's 2 gates, bro. It's not me saying.
Imagine a street race in Cape Town. Table Mountain is your background. Racing in Sea Point. Racing into DHL Stadium. Like Mexico.
Hear me. Yeah? So here's what we do.
And the ocean there.
It's a South African Grand Prix. It's a South African Grand Prix. Usually the F1 group want to sign minimum 5 years, but preferably 7 to 10 years. So let's secure this deal. 5, 7, 10 year,
and then
whatever the case may be. Start in Kailami. Kailami is 85% ready. They take 3 months to be able to host a race. Right?
Listen, I want Kailami.
Exactly.
I must don't throw away from
No, I like the devil.
In fact, I won't even walk there. I'll put my house up for rental, man.
Yeah, it's like 100 grand a night, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
So, Kailami,
yeah,
what we need, because the driving force of the SA Grand Prix has been Sir Lewis Hamilton. He's 41 now. Maximum, he's got 3 years left in the sport. But he said he's not going to retire without racing in Africa. I think we owe it to him and we owe it to ourselves to fulfill that. A street race will take a long time to prepare for. You with me?
Yeah.
So let's secure this bid, bring it to South Africa. Kailami gets it first 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
While Cape Town is readying itself, upgrading the infrastructure. They don't have a racetrack.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, businesses get so disrupted. If you see what happened in Las Vegas when they were building that street circuit, everyone in Las Vegas is not happy about the F1 being there in terms of local business.
Yeah.
You don't want it to stabilize the Cape Town economy in that way. And not everyone is an F1 fan. Let's be honest. So 2, 3, 4 years in Joburg, and then we move it to Cape Town. It even gives it that level up appeal. It's not forced. There's no need for a tug of war. And then it can stay in Cape Town for the remainder of SA's existence, if that's what we want to see. And then you get your Table Mountain, your Greenpoint Stadium, which is nothing compared to Soccer City.
The Gautengers are fighting you here. They wanted to stay here permanently.
No, me, I would want it to stay here, right? But in the interest of fairness, and rumor has it, even the bosses of F1, they wanted it in Cape Town.
Okay.
So it is what it is. I think Cape Town has positioned itself. I mean, I was there for 2 weeks in November. Streets are clean. Traffic lights are working. The potholes are far and in between. There are lots of advantages in Cape Town. My biggest concern, though, other than anything else, is would it be a true representation of the African Grand Prix?
Yeah.
Because there's a huge color economic deficit in Cape Town. But in Joburg, we've got our Black Diamonds who are actually going to the races already. And Joburg's still Joburg, guys. Why is Chris Brown coming here? Travis Scott. You get what I mean? Major events. We just had Live Golf now.
Yeah.
It was like nothing happened. We didn't have traffic problems. And that event is basically a Formula One in terms of magnitude. Yes, it's still fairly new, but it's caught on like fire.
Yeah, and the crowd that came out there.
There you go.
Yeah. Just look for more on you. You speak about obviously Cullen or whatever. How difficult was it to get into motorsport? Young black chap.
Brav.
It is not predominantly, it is a white sport. Let's just be honest about it. Yeah.
It is. I mean,
for that, you still have only one black Formula 1 driver.
There you go.
So
I mean, when you watch F1, if you see a black face, you're like, oh, there's one. I saw one at Mercedes out there. I'm like, oh, fair dude.
Yeah.
You know, so honestly, it does need to transform.
Steph, again, you see Steph.
There you go.
Like, oh,
exactly.
We're still counting.
Yes.
So how difficult has it been for you to get into motorsport?
Travis, yes.
Yeah.
look, I've had to prove myself
Mm.
time and time again. Obviously, because of my appearance, people were like, "How does this guy know F1? Where do you come from?" Eastern Cape. I grew up in Mthatha. So where did you learn F1? I'm like, on TV.
Mm.
You know, I mean, we all have TVs. So it's been really hard. I remember I met one guy, I won't mention him by name, but he is within the space of motoring. We met at the Festival of Motoring 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So we went there for the media day and we were just doing like drives in the Jaguars and the Mustangs. And then I was wearing my Arsenal top. And then he's like, "Oh, we're going to win the league." I've never really been really confident about this league thing.
Obviously, you guys are bridesmaids. Standard.
Second again. So I'm like, hey, I'm not convinced. And that year, that's the year we were sourcing it, like playing the carpet football that was in our DNA before. Gonna. And then I'm like, I'm not convinced, you know? And then we start chatting and he's like, okay, so tell me what you do. And I'm like, oh no, he tells me about him first. I've got this platform, this is what we do. And you? What do you do? I'm like, I got a Formula One fan channel. His eyes went like this. Huh? Formula One fan channel? That sounds cool. So your F1 knowledge, he's the one who asked me this question. Is it modern day or is it retro? And at this point, everyone else is coming. So there's like a crowd here. I'm like, ask me anything. It's like, who won the 1987 World Championship? Nelson PK. I mean, that one is a very basic question, you know? I'm looking for people who are going to ask me about JJ Leto, you know, Tembe, the drivers that never got the headlines, you know? So we spent the whole day talking F1 and he spent the whole day trying to test my F1 knowledge, hoping I'd eventually get a wrong answer. And he even started going into like the 70s and stuff, you know? And I mean, he's a little older than I am. And I was like, that's fine. And then he asked me out to have dinner with him at Turn and Tender. Come have a steak. He wanted to even order for me. Have you ever been here before? I'm
my
like,
goodness.
Oh my God, you know? And then he brought his other friend who's based overseas to also come and test this knowledge. And then they start going. And they were like shocked. The things that I know about Formula One. Ricardo Patrese, who won the 96 Monaco Grand Prix, how many finishes. They started going to like many different details. And I would say 90% of the answers I got right. So they're just an example. I've been getting that a lot. There have been people who've been receptive because I feel like a breath of fresh air to them. You know, your Sasha Martinengo, he's been hugely supportive. I have so much respect and time for that man. So it's been mixed. And even now in the so-called influencer space, because a lot of people, when they see me, they think, he's an influencer, hana. But the truth of the matter, I'm in the business of motorsport, but people don't know where to place me. And to be fair to them, even me, when I started this, I didn't know where it would go. So it's been trial and error, learning. I mean, I used to count bricks and mortar for a living, so I don't really know the space. And so it's been trial and error. But what I found is that some places where I go, it seems like I'm stepping on people's territory. I mean, my aura and all of that. And in most places, I'm not really welcome. But the truth of the matter...
How can they not welcome you? I mean, we called you Fluffy growing up. We still call you Fluffy. It's just transformed to Luft Dog and so on. But we still call you Fluffy. So,
my nephews call me Fluffy. How about that?
You know? But then, again, I think it says a lot about you and your tenacity and you wanting to really break down the barriers and change the face of motorsport in the same way Oxolo has done, some people Tom has done, Kwame Bakona, Chops. You know, where do you see yourself 5-10 years from now?
So the concept of fan channels, it was started by Robbie Lyle. The first fan channel is Arsenal Fan TV, AFTV. He started in 2012. So he was, I say was because I feel like he's sort of sold out now. whether Arsenal are paying him, giving him access to press conferences, but he's lost that essence of what made them the leading fan channel, that raw, true reflection of how the fan feels about what's happening in the world of Arsenal. Obviously, commercials come into play, money and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And them being such a big voice, Arsenal was strategic to say, bruv, you guys can't be bad-mouthing our new manager. Come, let's back Arteta, etc. So I get it, but I don't really agree with it. And I don't even really watch AFTV anymore now because it doesn't appeal to me. So Motoar, for me, is the AFTV. Well, now, I think United Stand is the biggest one. Is the AFTV or United Stand for Formula One. Yeah. That's where I see it. The biggest fan channel right now is WTF1, sorry. But now the founders of it, Tommy, and I forgot the other guy's name, they sold it. And now it's obviously lost that essence, like how Top Gear was never the same after Jeremy and Hammond and them
left. Yeah.
So my aim is to be the biggest fan channel, F1 fan channel in the world. And what does that look like? There's layers to it. Ultimate goal is to discover a Kwame, a Simpiwe, who's up and coming, to go into the F1 arena, whether Basugenywaha, Utsolo, Mthatha, whatever the case may be. Because the truth of the matter is we're very talented people as black people. It's just that we are not exposed to these opportunities.
Saud.
Ne?
Saud. I mean, the boys driving.
Yes, you're right.
In Dakar, exactly. Man.
Aha, yes.
He's the youngest stage winner.
There you go.
In Dakar.
There you go. And then there's kids like Mika Abrahams, who went to F4 in Denmark, put it on pole, went fastest in his first day there ever, with kids who've been practicing all along. It's just that obviously motorsport's very expensive to get into. So you need to be resourceful. But I think with technology, simulators that are actually like the motion ones and all of that, there are more opportunities where we could find this talent, unearth it from the Katlehongs, Annadales, you know? I feel as though we could have a grid filled with brown children over the next 10 years if they are given those opportunities. There's Ugo Ukuchuku, whose mother's from Nigeria now. I'm telling you, he just got into F3 now, won his first race. That kid, I've been following him for the last 3-4 years. He is out of this world, you know? So we're definitely going to take up space here. It's only a matter of time because we are coming for everything.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
And Motoar's here for that.
Yeah.
To answer your question.
You just, yeah. And I think people like you being involved in motorsport is really changing the face of motorsport. As I said, having gone to your events, it's obviously the majority is black people there.
Yes.
But there's so many women that are there as well. And hopefully one day we'll get a woman driver in F1. I'm crossing my fingers.
Yes.
And I
believe we can.
Yeah, and I'm hoping actually that South Africa leads the way when it comes to that.
I believe we can. We're really talented.
Because you got the likes of
Speaking
Paige,
of women,
I'm not saying that she will,
Paige,
but however, she still races.
Yes.
I think I saw Kalami end of last year.
Yes, she was.
And she was heavily pregnant and still racing. And I'm like, are you sure? So again, I think South Africa needs to be at the forefront of that change.
And we can be. Yeah. There's another young lady, Simpiwe Muhlahlo. She was a makeup artist for 7 years. Started racing last season. She races BMWs and MSA4, which is basically the regional Formula 4 here. Bruv, go watch her. She is dusting these boys. She's so quick. It's just that obviously she started as an adult.
Yeah.
She's from Etembi, Salamdan. Imagine if she had started even 13, 14 years ago. Because for me, driving, it's not like athletics, not really physicality. Yes, of course, you have to be fit, but it's about talent. This is now not necessarily just racing, but driving in its essence. There's people who can drive, you know, who just have it in them. And then some who aren't so good. You could have 10 cars, be driving for 10 years, but still be a crap driver.
We did a go actually on ENCA last year. think she's 7 years old, and she's into karting.
Uh-huh.
And when she got asked a question, aren't you intimidated by the boys that you race against? And she said, when you put on a helmet, there's no boy or girl. They're just race drivers.
There you go.
You know?
Yeah. There you go.
So, and I'm glad we've got women like Liama Letlaka.
Yes.
Taking up space.
24-year-old CEO.
Yeah, yes. Taking up the space, you know.
Of the oldest series in South Africa.
So it's not just on the track, but also in the boardrooms as well.
Yes.
There's a definite change in motorsport.
Fully.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, and 2 years ago, Momentum brought Susie Wolf, CEO of F1 Academy, which is the woman version of F1. As their, as I think Toto's her husband. Let's be fair. We knew Susie before Toto. Right?
And Toto does say that.
No, as long as he knows it. As long as he knows
She's not my wife, I'm her husband.
There you go. So she came as their keynote speaker for Momentum. Their campaign every August, which is Women's Month.
For her, something like that.
It's called...
she owns her, whatever.
She owns her success. Yes. You see. So she was the keynote speaker, and that's why they invited me. And then I brought other women, Gurli Lukele, Nontuli Mwalusa. I mean, as a channel, we really do support a lot of women in one way or another within the sport. So the things she had to say, she had to say, I was really fascinated by. She was like, you shouldn't have a plan B. Laser focus. You want this. Once you have a plan B, you know you have something to fall back on. And that's different to the things that we've been taught growing up, that, okay, if this doesn't work, then you can do this. She says the reason she's gotten to where she is because there was never another option for her. And I really took solace from that because I sort of have the same mindset.
So you're not going back to the bricks and mortar?
Everyone wants me back. Hey, Nancy, turned up here. I'm like, give me 0, ma'am.
We might need you to rebuild Porasta in Mthatha. Yeah.
Bruv. Now that's the kind of project.
Yeah, but that must not be your plan B. I think stick to Motoar.
Yes.
Lufefe, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Keep on being the voice of motorsport, not just from an analyst point of view, because we really enjoy your analysis.
Thank you.
But also in giving opportunities and putting the spotlight on lesser known drivers and people that are involved in the sport itself, but also giving fans a voice in a sport that does not like to be criticized, in a sport that is aloof from a lot of our people. And I say our people, I mean...
Plays by its own rules.
Yeah. So, no, thank you very much for that. And, I'm proud of you because you're an Mthatha boy.
Mthatha Mchana.
Yeah. Rose Street.
That's right. There we go.
Yeah, so, your name is counted with the likes of Bachobonke, as I said.
Wow, what an honor.
There's some big names that come out of that small little town that are making a big change in motorsport. So, thank you for your time as well. And to our viewers, that was Lufefelwenkosi Mayekiso, Fluffy. The founder of Motoar TV. Please jump on it, watch it, and just listen to his insights when it comes to not just Formula One, but just motorsport in general. So I want to thank him for coming in, and catch us on our next episode of Beyond Game Day, where we'll feature another special guest. I'll tell you when you watch who that guest will be.
Oh,